What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back at Copart here in Oklahoma City for another walk around. Let's jump into this video today and see what we find. So we're going to walk around until we get to this bright yellow car that's the thumbnail. I saw it and I just had to film it, although I don't think it's really worth bidding on. I still want to check it out anyway. It's an old school Porsche, but unfortunately I don't really know much about Porsches, so I can't even tell you, like, is it a 944, a 924, whatever. I don't know. All I know is it's bright yellow, and unfortunately it looks like somebody kind of squashed it from all different angles. Here it is, man. These headlights are so cool. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've always loved these headlights. Take a look at these bad boys. All right. You can't tell me these headlights are not awesome, man. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't know what happened to this car, obviously, but man, it just got crunched everywhere. I mean, the front, then over here on the A-pillar, and there's definitely A-pillar damage. And then again, over here in the B-pillar, completely crunched in. And then again, in the quarter panel, completely crunched in as well. Does it even say what it is? This is a, I just can't remember, like a 928 or something like that. It probably tells us right here. It is a 928S. It's an 83 928S in yellow. See, took me a minute, but I remembered what it was. When I was a kid, I remember seeing these things and I just thought, how cool. Today, people would probably look at it and say, how ugly. Look at these weird angles and the weird headlights, and I don't know. For me, I think it's awesome, man. You got back seats. It's a shame that the windows are down. Truly, that's a crime against humanity right there, man. Windows left down. This thing's wide open to the elements. It's pretty rough. It's I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't smell particularly good either. But here's the interesting thing. This thing only has 42,000 miles on it. Yeah, that's it. 42,000 miles. And take a look at this. You've got air vents in the doors. How cool is that? You've got this little button right here that opens up this whole area. Look at this. How cool. You push this button and you've got this entire cubby hole. What a nice little car. Looks like it is the automatic variety. You got a bunch of buttons here that presumably operate the windows, maybe the sunroof. Other than that, I have no idea. It's missing the radio. It smells like really old leather. Here's your instrument cluster. Like I said, 42,931. And yes, this is a 6-digit odometer, not a 5. This is a legitimate 6-digit odometer with only 42,000 miles on it. I'd love to pop the hood. I'll be completely honest with you, though. I don't know how. I really don't know how. If you look under here, maybe there's, right here. It's over here. There we go. You know, this thing might actually still drive. It's possible. I mean, I think it would. I mean, it's in bad shape, guys. But I think it would still drive. The problem is the damage over here is just so bad to the B pillar, the A pillar. Oh yeah, I mean it ain't even gonna. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Let's try it from the inside. Well, I would, but I can't. Yeah, nah, it's all jammed up, guys. And if the window was down, there's probably no window left in there at all. That's a crying shame because this thing was pretty cool. Let's pop the hood, just take a quick look. I don't think I'm going to bother trying to jumpstart this one for you guys. I don't really see the point. Okay, so like I said, I don't know anything about Porsches, guys. It's just not my thing, especially these really old ones. But you can clearly see that work of art intake manifold. Clearly it has 8 runners, which means they have crammed an overhead cam V8 under the hood. And if you take a look, you can see the timing belt, which thankfully looks to still be intact with no timing belt cover. There's no timing belt cover. Wow. Okay. Boy, that's kind of scary, guys. That's That's really kind of scary. Looks like your thermostat housing might be right there, but then next to the thermostat housing on this side, that almost looks like a charge pipe for boost. But I'm relatively certain this is not a turbo. I could be wrong. There's your distributor. There's your other camshaft right there. And just a ridiculously long-looking timing belt, man. I can't believe there's no cover to protect that. But yeah, I'm not going to mess with this one, guys. I'm not touching it, other than showing it to you. But you guys can comment below and tell me if this is a turbo engine, because I'm telling you right here, that looks like a charge pipe. But I'm fairly certain that is just a coolant hose, because there is one that goes to the thermostat, and it is massive as well. The hoses on this thing are just ridiculous. I don't know what the horsepower or torque numbers were on one of these, but all I can tell you is I think this is a really cool old car. And if it wasn't completely destroyed on this side, this is one I'd absolutely bid on. And over here, this car is still sitting here. I don't remember the year, but it's an old school Monte Carlo, man. G-body, luxury sport. This is not the SS, but it's fine. It's got the Euro clip. I don't like the grill, just being honest. I don't care for the grill. This thing, boy, it's been sitting here for, well, it's been here a long time. Obviously, it's got pretty substantial frame damage. If you look under the hood, looks like it's got a small block under there. It's really hard to tell what she's got. Aluminum radiator. That's about all I could see. We got headers. I can't tell if they're long tubes or not. Maybe I can get you guys in there. Maybe you can look down there and see for yourself. But my guess would be probably a 350. Could be the original 305. Could be. I would hope not. Unfortunately, those engines just... I'll tell you what those engines were. They may not have been particularly powerful, but they were hella reliable, guys. The 305 is a solid old engine, man. And you can dress it up. You know, you could even change the cam, change the heads. You could pull a little bit of horsepower and torque out of a 305. But if you just want a good cruiser that's reliable, it's hard to beat a 305 with a 204R behind it. Interior on this thing, just beautiful car. Really beautiful car. It has just been sitting here. Leather interior. Looks like it came out of a Caprice. It's difficult to close these. Yeah. Okay, well, like I said, frame damage. There's a lot of good parts here, guys. Really, a lot of very good usable parts here. Unfortunately, I've tried closing this driver's side door before. It does not close. That's a no-go. This is not one that I think would be worth fixing, but it's definitely one that if I could pick this up for a decent price, if they ever decide to sell it. Look, it's got aftermarket gauges, which means it's got all the aftermarket wiring for those gauges as well. Take a look at that. That would be perfect for my Monte Carlo SS. You know, it's got aftermarket speakers, aftermarket door panels, all of this stuff, the leather interior. This would all be perfect for my Monte Carlo SS. See, the door does close. It closes. So somebody just keeps coming out here and opening it and leaving it exposed to the weather. If this ever does go up for sale, I'm absolutely bidding on this. I'm going to try to get it because I think the engine and transmission's probably still good in this. I could use that on another project eventually. There's plenty of little parts here and there that would be good to sell. The doors may be okay. The hubcaps, wheels and tires could still be sold. Side glass could be sold. There's a lot of pieces to this car that are still in good shape. The trunk, the rear bumper looks to be in really good shape. The tail lights, there's a lot of pieces here that I think are still very usable. Somebody else could build a car out of it. But for me, all I'm really interested in is hopefully the engine is not smashed. So hopefully it's got a good motor. Hopefully it's got a good transmission. And I want the interior. Other than that, I don't care about the rest of the car. But like I said, I've been watching this for literally ever. And for whatever reason, it is just not going up for sale. Next, we got a 2018 Chevy Silverado. Why is this even here? I don't know. It's obviously got a lift kit. It's got some ginormous Toyo open country tires. This thing looks slicker than snot, guys. It's got to be crunched in the back. It's not crunched in the back. It's an LT trim too, which means it's probably got leather interior. This is too nice. if I'm being completely honest. This is too nice. Lots of scratches. It looks like this thing is definitely seen the trails. I can see some Flowmasters, probably, if you take a look back there, a set of dual Flowmasters, probably 10 series, like Super 10s. That'd be my guess. I can't really see much, but those look like those Flowmaster Super 10s or Delta 10s or something like that. They have a really nice sound to them, guys. These are 35 by 12.5 by 20s on fuel wheels with a set of Toyo Open Country tires. This thing, that's a good looking truck. That's also going to go for some money. Why don't we check out the interior real quick? Let's see how it looks. East Coast waterfowl. Lots of stickers all over this thing. Oh, well, hey. You know, someone told me a long time ago, because I find shells in vehicles all the time. You know, there's shotgun shells in just about every one of these vehicles out here because this is Oklahoma. You know, I mean, guns are kind of our thing out here. You know what I mean? Take a look in there. No doubt, man. No doubt. You know, yeah. But somebody told me that I should not touch bullets or shell casings. And you'd think a grown man wouldn't need to be told that, right? Take a look. There's more in there, too. Yeah. 12 gauge. A grown man shouldn't need to be told that, but it just never occurred to me that if you touch these things and something ever goes down, they happen to pick up that shell and it's got your fingerprints on it. Well, you could be getting asked some serious questions. So yeah, for me, it's probably best that we not touch any of the shells in here. We'll just leave all of that alone. So obviously somebody that really enjoys hunting, and it's not my thing. All right, I'll tell you that right out the gate. Hunting's not my thing. I'm not really interested in, you know, killing animals for food or for sport. You know, I get my groceries from the supermarket. I just prefer it that way. But that's me. At the same time, I'm not one of those guys that's going to sit here and be like, save the animals. Peace, love, and happiness. I wish, guys, but, you know, that's just not the reality that we live in, you know, unfortunately. So I'm all for hunting, guns, whatever it is you do, man. You know, enjoy yourself because you only live once. I'll tell you something I will touch. And I'll tell you something I will take is this Snickers right here. I don't think anybody's going to miss this. So we're going to put that right there. I am going to eat it. No, I'm kidding, guys. That's stealing. This does not belong to me. When the camera's off, I'm going to take it. I'm kidding. I'm not going to jack it. I'm not going to jack an old Snickers bar out of a pickup truck. You know what I mean? Let's put the key in. Let's see what it does. Because I already noticed we got lights on. Wow. Well, that sounds good. Yep, I told you, man. That sounds real nice. Listen to that thing purr. Oh, man. It's got 3/4 of a tank of gas. Again, why is this here? That's all I want to know. Take a look at Family God Revival. We got lots of stickers all over this truck, man. Catch, Co, Great Lakes, Rush, something under Christ. I can't read all that. So obviously some religious folks here. Man, she's a good sounding truck. Backup camera goes into gear backwards and forwards. It is on a flat tire, so I'm not gonna try to move her or anything. Wow. Let's pop the hood. See if she's got any aftermarkets under the hood. It's gonna be your run-of-the-mill 5.3. Might have a cold air intake to go along with that nice sounding exhaust, and it does not. You got your stock airbox under there with a nice, good old reliable 5.3. Man, that's an absolute beast of a truck right there. Whoever owned it, mad respect, man. Love the truck. I don't know how it ended up here. I honestly see nothing at all anywhere on this truck that makes me think it belongs at the salvage auction. It looks to be in really good shape. Now, I wasn't going to show this one. I don't know why. I just walked by it and I was like, nah, I'm not going to show that. But then as I turned around, I was like, come on, Randy. It's a mega cab. You don't see mega cabs very often. I'm guessing this is probably like an 03, 06, something like that. It's a Ram 2500. It is the Cummins turbo diesel. She's got some aftermarket wheels, and you know, the truck is pretty rough already. So I'm guessing it didn't take a whole lot to total this thing out. Let's see if we can see what year this is up there. Does that say 07? I think that says 2007. This thing has got the big back doors. You've got the added room behind the seat here. Oh, it got some amps. Somebody was jamming out in this bad boy, weren't they? Take a look at that. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Felony Forest is what Watch Jericho calls it. The Felony Forest. Well, there's about 10 of them in this thing. Then you got your seats. I don't remember how to open it. Honestly, it's been a while. Oh, you just pull it from the top. And look at all this. Look at all this room. You got a jacket back here. You got a B box. All right. You got a couple subs back there. Nice. It's got power too. I was sitting here thinking I might have to jump it. I just bought a brand new booster pack. Oh, look, we got some Kingsford charcoal. We're ready to grill. How about that? Okay, well, that's going to stay up. That's fine. It's not a bad looking truck. I finally broke down after 2 years, and I bought a brand new Noco GB150. My other one, I don't have any problems with it. I'm just thinking to myself, I've had that booster pack for like 2 years, and I use it on probably no less than 30 cars a week, every single week of the year. And I just thought, you know, I'm going to buy a new one, and I'm going to kind of retire that one for just a little bit, not permanently. It's in my truck as a backup, and that's what it's there for. But looking at the damage of this one, I was actually excited to use my new Noco. I was going to try it out. Brand new. I haven't jump started anything with it yet. Looking at the damage on this, obviously it needs a door. Oh, well, I was going to try to open the door, but yeah, that's not going to happen. So obviously it needs a door, no big deal. The fender, I honestly wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't mess with it. The fender's got a few waves and dings, but I wouldn't worry about the fender. The suspension, yeah, you got a little bit of trouble down there, guys, because the wheel, you can clearly see at some point has gone into this fender. And boy, it is jacked. Like, it is really jacked. If you take a look, maybe you guys can see what's wrong with it. I'm going to put you guys back here. I can't really see anything, but I'm betting like a completely crunched control arm. That's my guess. Maybe a broken ball joint. Let's go up to the top, see if you guys can see anything. I don't even know what I'm looking at. All right, I'm being completely honest with you. I can't see anything. So if you see damage, well, let me know. I'll find out when I'm editing the video, but I'm willing to bet that whatever's going on that front suspension is probably not that big of a deal. The back wheel looks like it's straight. This is the only one that looks like it really has any problems. A little bit of damage to the front bumper there. This one looks like it's, well, looks pretty normal to me. This one may actually be cambered in just a little bit as well. I don't know if you guys can see that. That can also be from the forklifts. When these things get lifted up in the air, it takes a while to get things settled. But I'm telling you, like, looking at that, it looks like that sucker is like this. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to tell you is there's work to be done to the front. With that said, it's in rough condition. It's a work truck. It's going to need a little bit of work. You know what I mean? That's kind of why you're here. You get these things a little bit cheaper because they need a little bit of love, a little bit of TLC. There's the key, 328,000 miles on the odometer. Wow. Okay. Well, why don't we try to fire this thing up real quick? Let's just see what it does. We'll give it a moment because it is a little chilly out here. There's our wait light right there for the glow plugs. We'll give it a minute. Come on, glow plugs. There we go. We should be good to start it. Fired right up, man. Not a problem. We got some lights on the dash, ABS light, check engine light, brake light, and charging light. Now that charging light will likely go off here in just a few seconds, usually 30 to 60 seconds once the batteries get boosted up again. You've got your exhaust brake, which is really nice, heat and air conditioning, and an aftermarket Pioneer unit. Not bad. Looks like we've got an oil change sticker up here. And it was due 7/15 of 23 at 308,000 miles. Man, Brakes feel good. Put it in gear. Yeah, she goes in gear. Drive. It's mad because the e-brake is on. Let's turn that off. Well, it is off, so the brake light is on for something else. Forward. That's all we're going to do, and backwards. Yeah, goes forward and backwards just fine. Sounds like it runs great, guys. Important window works. Less important window works. I do wonder if the red brake light is on because the ABS light is on. I don't think so, but it could be. That could have something to do with it. You can clearly see the alternator is charging because she's over 14 volts. Oil pressure is really good. Like, we're probably pushing 65, 70 PSI of oil pressure. It sounds healthy. It sounds really healthy. Let's pop the hood, take a look underneath. And I noticed something on the exhaust. I want to go check that out too, because it's got one of those trash cans on the back of it. And you can hear the turbo just screaming through this thing. I mean, that's guys, for perspective, like that's ridiculous. And you can just hear that turbocharger just screaming through there. Yeah, whatever's going on there, man, you address that, I'll bet you can put this thing right back to work and use it for God knows how long. I'm betting it'd run for a long, long time. Let's see if we can pop this hood. And there she is. 6.7 turbo diesel. She's leaking oil everywhere. Well, you know, they say if a Cummins isn't leaking, it doesn't have any oil. That's what I've heard anyway. So there you have it. Looks like this was an EGR truck that's been deleted because, well, there's no EGR over there, and there was probably a cooler over here that has been blocked off right there, as you can see with the blue cap over it. Guys, she runs good. I smell a little bit of coolant. I smell a little bit of oil, but you know, that's a Cummins for you. Just keep dumping oil in it and coolant. She'll be fine. I was hoping to see that light go out, that like lightning bolt right there. I could swear that lightning bolt was for charging. Maybe not though. I mean, it sounds good. Let's shut it off. Oh, well, I didn't intend to start it again. Well, let's see if it'll start. Yeah, sounds like the battery's got charged up a little bit. Yeah, if you guys know what that lightning bolt over there is for, please tell me, because I have no idea. She's dinging. She's definitely upset about something. At the end of the day, I'll bet you could get this truck for a pretty decent price. You know, like I said, the whole body is rough, guys. This thing was rough from the get-go. Looks like it went through a fence, like a barbed wire fence. This thing has got barbed wire scrapes all down it. It has got dings and dents literally everywhere, the whole truck. But if you're just getting this as a work truck, man, you fix that suspension, you put a door on it, you got yourself a solid running Cummins that'll probably last you a long time. Not to mention, it comes with beats in the back. Like, what more do you want? With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Drop your comments below and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.